There's a common misconception that Flock tracks you wherever you go, and that's just not the case. The reality is that Flock LPR will take a picture in a single point in time from a single location, and the only information that's there is the back of the car, the public information that you would see with your own eyeballs. Public information about the vehicle, the color of the vehicle, ABC123 on the license plate, which, by the way, the government requires you have on the back of your car for the purposes of being observed in the plain view. That's the only information that's being captured.
I think you may have forgotten a few things. Like, for one thing, it not just captures that information about the vehicle, it captures exactly where the vehicle was at that time and the date and time that it was there. And it also, that's just a single point in time, but Flock is capturing data on vehicles all the time, which means many points of data, which means a lot more information. Hi, I'm Chad Marlowe, Senior Policy Counsel at the ACLU, and I want to talk to you about how Flock absolutely tracks Americans all over this country. When Flock says it only captures one data point, that means per scan of a car. But of course, Flock captures information about where cars are at what date and what time over an entire month by virtue of its 30-day default data retention period. And when you end up having information about where a car is spotted over the course of days, weeks, and even an entire month, you reveal patterns of a person's life that in turn reveals very intimate details about where they go and at what time they're likely to be there. So for example, you can learn what religious institutions a person goes to, what doctor's offices a person goes to, what political meetings a person goes to by being able to track where their car is. And when you see patterns over the course of a week and over the course of many months, you can end up being like, oh, I see that that individual car is always by that church or synagogue at 10 a.m. every Saturday or Sunday morning. And so then you can predict where that car will be the following week. But maybe a good way to explain it is like this. These could each be individual ALPR scans, and they don't really individually reveal much about anything. But if we look closer, it ends up revealing a lot of information that can be used to track and figure out where people go, including activities that are very personal and private. And you do this simply by the fact of stringing together individual dots to end up forming a bigger picture about what people do in their daily lives. And that is how Flock ends up violating people's privacy. So when Flock tells you that its little individual dots on a map only capture a picture of your car, but forget to mention that it's also capturing the time, date, and location of your car, and it's doing that over a long period of time so it can detect personal, private patterns about where you travel in your vehicle, that means that you are being tracked and that they are violating your privacy.